What's unique about Seattle Film Institute is that students that first day they come on campus can start learning about filmmaking. Many universities and different institutions that are out there will require you to completely do all of your general education that first 2 years, whereas Seattle Film Institute, students start working with cameras and technology and filmmaking and concepts right from day one, while they're getting their basic general education at the same time. You don't have to wait to get your hands on a camera.
What I like about the classes here in SFI is that they all kind of mesh together. All of my core classes, prerequisite classes, are all something that has to do in the film industry. It isn't going to be traditional math classes, and it isn't going to be a traditional science class. Everything that you're doing here is going to help with whatever career path you're here for film.
The first year experience is a contextualized general education program where we take those traditional classes of science, technology, engineering, arts, and math and make them dovetail into filmmaking. What contextualized education can do is really allow students to see how the sciences and how the math and how that English and those writing classes really apply to the field of study that they're going after.
This is a wonderful opportunity for students that are interested in filmmaking to actually get the entire degree from beginning to end, not having to go to community college or somewhere else in order to get your general education credits. It's the whole STEAM program is science, technology, engineering, arts, math, that kind of stuff. But we're going to do our best to translate those to a filmmaking environment to make it more exciting and more valuable for our filmmakers. So, for example, instead of just doing general math or budgeting, we do budgeting for filmmaking, or we do math for things like scale or figuring out timing or editing concepts that would rely on math. So in our first quarter, we did a little bit of Maya and we did a little bit of Cinema 4D, which are basic 3D programs which allow us to build the objects or whatever that we can put into 3D space and translates to make an object that could be printed on our 3D printers. This is an interesting project that we're creating for the class. It's basically a flip book, but it relates to the old Victorian toys and the zoetrope and the phenakistoscope. The idea is basically that you rotate it and you get these animated pictures happening. So not only are we 3D printing this object, but we're dealing with images.
If you're the kind of person who wants to create films, but also wants to get a college degree, this degree offers both the humanity, the sciences, mathematics, all built into a program that also emphasizes filmmaking and creativity. So there's physics, there's elements of science, there's math, and then of course there's humanities. How do we tell a story? How do we create culture? We were dealing with lighting ratios today, so I was having students do a little bit of math where they calculate the f-stop range to come up with the lighting ratio numbers. The really key thing is to understand the tools you're working with in a deep, meaningful way.
So if you're a brand new college student, the first year experience will start for 4 quarters and it's really intensive. Once you're past that 4 quarters, you're going to jump into your concentration, which is 6 quarters. And again, that can be done in a really concentrated, accelerated way. The traditional way to do a bachelor's is 4 years. So at SFI, we have the ability to do that in 2.5 years. On the campus here in Seattle, we have studios, we have a theater, we have a 3D printing lab, we have all kinds of technology that students can use for their skills training that they need for the job.
In high school, I wasn't really the best student, but as soon as I started doing a program that I really wanted to work towards and help build a career with, I've noticed that my grades have been so much better than high school. It's so much different when you're building to the career that you want to be in.
I think practical hands-on approach, it's critical to the learning process. And I think the students have been really excited. I love watching young minds kind of explode and learn and blossom. And to see your students come in not really sure of themselves and to see them come out as confident, successful, matured individuals is really rewarding.